ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Alvin Bragg has gotten some really, well, the news he didn't want to hear right before the start of his trial with former President Donald Trump. It's a complete disaster. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Look, Alvin Bragg's very likely to get a conviction in New York. Very likely. It would be like, and as Michael Avenatti says here in this interview, the people that say he can get a fair trial in New York, ask them if they moved the venue to Kentucky or Mississippi, if they still believed he could get a fair trial and it would be impartial. They saying it because they know he can't get a fair trial in New York City. They know it. You could, in my opinion, you could accuse Trump of organizing the Hindenburg disaster and get a conviction in New York. But Michael Avenatti says the case and the star witness are a complete disaster for Alvin Bragg. That might be Trump's saving grace. I want you to watch this video with Mr. Avenatti and then give me your opinion on it when you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Michael, have you been in touch with DA Bragg's office, and what specifically in evidence or logic do you think is wrong with this case?
Well, I'm going to decline to answer as to whether I've been in touch with, either the defense or the DA's office. But let me say this in response to the second part of your question. I think the case has a lot of problems. Now, that does not, I don't mean to suggest that means that Trump will not be convicted, because I think he will be convicted because number one, he's a criminal defendant, and in our society, I don't believe the criminal defendants generally get a fair shake. In fact, I think that the percentage of convictions demonstrates that the deck is stacked decidedly against all criminal defendants. Number one. Number two, I don't think that he can get a fair trial in New York. And to the people who claim that, in fact, he can get a fair trial in New York with a New York jury, I would ask them if they were to go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and find out that the case had been moved to Mississippi or Alabama, would they still think that the trial was going to be fair? And I think if they were being honest, they would answer no. So I don't think he can get a fair trial in New York. But separate apart from that, I think the case does have problems. I mean, number one, I don't know who the narrator witnesses are going to be in the case, and by that I mean that every case needs to have one or two primary witnesses who tell the story. From my perspective, I surmise that the DA is going to use potentially Michael Cohen or Stormy Daniels for that purpose, and I think that has the potential to be a disaster. Michael Cohen is and I've never been a fan of Michael for various reasons. He's a serial liar. He's shown himself to be incapable of telling the truth. His legal acumen leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, let's just say that if Learned Hand or Clarence Darrow had a love child, it certainly wouldn't be someone like Michael Cohen.